Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone else in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we're going to get started. The first message you have here is secret society. We also have here human experimentations. So these persons who are in these secret societies, I feel like Spirit is saying that they are aware that illegal human experimentation is being done or administered on human beings, obviously, okay? Spirit, what else is going on here? We have hypocrites here, okay? So obviously there are certain persons within these secret societies who Spirit is referring to as hypocrites for some reason, okay? Possibly because of their involvement in or their knowledge thereof of these human experimentations. These leaders aren't speaking up, aren't doing anything to oppose these things, to protect the people in any type of way, possibly. We have the higher ups are pulling the strings of all the puppets here, okay, as well as we have blood sacrifice here, okay. So I feel like the overall reasoning for this human experimentation is blood sacrifice, okay. I think a lot of different things tie in together. With that ties into torture, terrorism, human experimentations, and as well as many other things here. But the fact of the matter is, with secret societies coming out first, I definitely feel like that these persons who are members of these secret societies, they are either highly involved or highly aware that these human experimentations are going on behind the scenes. With the rabbit hole goes deeper here, I feel like there's a lot other sinister things that most people are not aware of, okay, which is why Spirit is calling these individuals hypocrites, okay, because well, there's different people that make up secret societies, but a lot of your leaders, a lot of socialites and wealthy persons and people in power that stand before the people and talk to the nation and different things, they are a part of these secret societies and things, okay? These are the same individuals who stand before us and tell us that they have taken oaths to, you know, uphold the United States Constitution and protect the United States of America and its people and everything. Yet there are persons who make up the higher ups, who are higher than them, which make up like the shadow government, the satanic powers that be, who are controlling and pulling the strings of all the puppets who are beneath them. And you know, that includes persons who we see as in leadership roles. They are still being controlled by persons higher than them, okay? And the ultimate goal here is like blood sacrifice here, okay? It's like their demonic gods have to be fed, and it's like, you know, it's like a quota almost or something, okay? It's like a number of people are dying on a daily basis, which death is natural, okay? Death is naturally going to occur anyway, okay? But you know, the way these people operate, obviously it's not happening fast enough for them, okay? They have other agendas behind their reasoning for doing things. They already feel like, you know, there's way too many, I don't know who they are to determine that there's too many people in the world using too much stuff or what have you. Like, you know, when planet Earth is the only planet that you all, according to what you have been told, have ever known for you to even, you know, populate or co-create on in the first place. So it's not like people can migrate elsewhere on other planets or something. But so, you know, when you have persons who are so powerful, to even hold the discussion that, you know, something needs to be done to lower the number of, persons. Um, and different heinous things going on. It's absolutely ridiculous here, okay? There's some amount of envy and intimidation tactics that play into things that are going on here. So we're going to look into this real quick. We're going to see what other messages Spirit has as it relates to this. It's interesting that this comes out. I'm uploading a poetic expression moment right now where I actually speak on some of these things here. Okay, Spirit, clarify secret societies. Clarify secret societies, please, Spirit. Okay, so Spirit is referring to these secret societies or persons that make up these secret societies as ops, okay, who are gaslighting the people, okay? They're full of trickery, they're targeting people, they're emotional abusers, and they are playing mind games with people, okay? There's a lot of lies, deception, and manipulation, mind control, as well as gang stalking that is going on. By these persons who belong to these organizations here, okay? I also see here the witchy twitchy card here. People have no idea. Like, it is very appalling as to how many regular, everyday, average Joe people call themselves doing witchcraft and sorcery and black magic and voodoo and, attacking people with spell work on a daily basis. But what people don't know is a lot of these wealthy, prominent, high-ranking people in power, as well as those of them who are in the shadows, many of them are highly initiated witches, okay? And they are conjuring up things and doing spell work on the daily basis on humanity in general, on in the world, like over the world, in everything, okay? And this is the reason why we have such negativity and demonic forces and antimatters like all around us, okay? It's almost little to nothing anyone could do to be completely rid of it all. It's so much around us, okay? So I feel like this witchy twitchy card, it just goes to show, like, this card even speaks of blood sacrifices, okay? And rituals and different things, okay? Where, animal sacrifices, okay? The dark arts, witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, spells, curses, a lot of different things. It even says secret societies on here, as well as Satanism, okay? So these people are heavily involved. I know with a lot of these secret societies on the surface, they make these people seem like well-to-do people who are hard workers, who are educated, who are degree having, who are, supposedly these righteous, upstanding pillars of the communities, the leaders of the world, and, righteous folks that, others should look up to and confide in and all these things. But that's what they show on the surface, okay? Behind the scenes, that's where the secret and the society come in, okay? There's a lot of things that's secret, there's a lot of things that's hidden, okay? And when speaking of these persons who are a part of the occults and different things, they call themselves the illuminated ones, okay? And to be illuminated, it just basically means someone who is in the know, who is knowledgeable, who holds some type of secret knowledge, okay? That they vigorously try to withhold from other persons, okay? And they work their mission and their demise against everybody else around this blueprint of their illuminated secret knowledge. You understand? Okay, so there's a lot of things that's going on right up under the people's noses every single day, and people are just like vastly unaware just how much in danger people are in every single day. So Spirit is saying that these individuals, they're partners in crime in this human experimentations, okay? This is the reason why when it comes to these things, especially people who, first of all, when it comes to the people who endure these things, there's no help, there's no outlet for support, because anybody that you could possibly go to for help pertaining to this. They're either going to gaslight you, they're going to completely deny it, they're going to make you out to have something wrong with you or you to be crazy, okay? Because this is one of their top secrets here, okay? And even those of them who are aware of exactly what you're talking about and exactly what is going on, they take the approach that there's nothing that they could do about it. So this is something that comes from higher up, thus this is something that's being done, okay? And but they're all partners in crime, okay? And scheming, conning, manipulators, coming up with their plots, their plans, their schemes, okay? These individuals are very cold-blooded, okay? There's a lot of criminal activity, okay? Things that are actually written on the books according to law that's against the law, that is invading and violating people on a daily freaking basis, okay? I don't care what one's wicked what is the word I'm looking for? So I don't care about their wicked ideals of how they want the world to be for their own ill wills. It does not give you the right, like you don't possess control. You don't control another human being, okay? Thus you have no control over another person's mind, their body, their soul, their organs, their being at all. Okay, and I feel like that's a main problem with these people. They think that they own other human beings, okay? Your whole body, the inside of you and the outside of you, okay? And this is what is totally screwed up. This is the reason why they do things to invade your mind, and they don't give a damn whether you like it or not. They do things to invade your privacy. They don't give a damn whether you like it or not. It's all type of grotesque, evil, wicked things that are going on every day. And what pisses you off so much about these things, because with the level of power that they have, these people are very cowardly about, there's a lot of things that they're matter-of-factly in your face about what they're doing, okay? And then it's things that they won't stop doing. They have no sympathy, no empathy, remorse for doing, okay? Thus they are going to continue to do, yet they're too coward to just tell the people the truth that it is in fact going on and they are doing it, okay? And thus they play this mind game with you, trying to make you out to be a fool when they know full well that they are doing everything on a daily basis to destroy mankind, okay? So there's a lot of deception, very low down and dirty energy, whole crime mob type of individuals who are a part of these things here, okay? I feel like I just seen my T card here, okay? I feel like there's beginning to be a whole lot of conversation, gossip, rumor about these things that's going on. In a minute, they're not going to, I feel like now, they really can't deny it, okay? And they know they can't deny it that these things are going on, but I feel like it's just gotten to a point where they refuse to answer your questions, if question about any of these things, okay? To totally disregard you. So they figure not answering you, not giving you an answer, is yet still denying it. But in the minute, they're no longer going to be able to just not answer or to be able to deny it, because what is happening is this is happening worldwide. This is not just a United States thing, okay? And many of us, there's a lot of people who've never been overseas, who may not even have a passport, who don't know other persons from foreign countries or other lands and different things, but we have access via the internet of seeing things in different places all over the world and different things or whatever. And so what they cannot explain is how something is happening worldwide that you claim is a complete lie and a fabrication. It's completely made up. Nobody, and it's not about like or dislike, okay? This has nothing to do with your dislike of authority or people in power or wealthy persons, okay? Those type of people are going to exist regardless. That has nothing to do with their knowledge, their education level, their wealth, the positions, titles, or roles that they have. We're talking about mankind, human beings, things that are happening in our society, in our communities, that is at the detriment of our own health and well-being. That is what it is about, period, point blank. This is not about, you know, being against your government, being against authorities, being against, you know, it's not about that, okay? Because if you'd be pretty stupid to think, oh, we don't need police officers, or, you know, the day you wake up and the, you know, there's no 911 operators, there's no police, there's no military, there, you know, all hell is going to break loose, okay? So it's really kind of stupid to believe that we don't need people who have some higher level of authority and different things or what have you. But when you have persons who are in power, who are abusing that power, who's abusing that authority and using the citizens as guinea pigs to experiment on for their own ill wills, for the advancement of their own lives, our life is the one that, you know, it's to our own detriment, or our own health and well-being in different things, okay? So nobody wakes up. The fact of the matter is nobody wakes up and say, you know what, I hate the government today, and I'm going to attack everybody who's in power and a leader. That is stupid. That is stupid, okay? You can agree or disagree with one's ideals of government, or their positions, or you know, whatever. This is something totally different, okay? The things that's going on, even if you got the most radical person who absolutely hated police, hated authority, hated government, you know, hated any type of structure or order at all, they could not wake up and that would just be an ignorant person who has a problem with authority, who have a problem with structure. But that person would not be able to wake up and make up such things that is going on. Like, there's no reason at all for one to wake up and feel like they're under attack, they're being stalked, they're being harassed. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying? Nobody just wakes up one day, you know, becomes completely delusional, becomes completely paranoid. You know, and most people who has been diagnosed with things like paranoid schizophrenia, they're usually diagnosed between their teens and their 20s. Okay? People in their late 30s, 40s, 50s is usually, there's rare cases, okay, where they would get such an advanced diagnosis of that there may be something else that they're dealing with. But, you know, usually just to say straight up paranoid schizophrenia when you're 40, 50 years old or whatever, it would have been signs of it when you were younger. It's not to say that, you know, maybe it was overlooked, maybe you didn't get the treatment until you was that age, but there will be a history. You understand what I'm saying? There will be signs of paranoia and outbursts and dysfunction in your life throughout a period of time. Like, you would be able to trace it back from, okay, around this time, this age, this person started having these problems, and these problems just advanced and became progressively worse up into the current age that they are now. There would be a track, you know, or a history of something, and maybe now someone could be diagnosed, okay? But like a person who perfectly, you know, just normal, everyday person, wake up one day and it's like their life is completely changed. They're going through something or whatever. And what's so sad is when people try to express these things, they usually do so to the people who are closest to them first. Family, friends, lovers, and then outside of that, persons that they feel like they can trust. We're like literally trained to believe that anybody who has a degree, who's gone to college and obtained a degree, that they are smart enough to be able to give us advice. So people naturally assume that they can trust their doctors, that they can trust their nurses, that they can trust the scientists, that they can trust, you know what I'm saying? People who have gone to school, who have studied certain things, who have certain degrees. These are people you wouldn't automatically assume would be harboring such crucial information from you, would be aware of something so detrimental to you, okay? Like, a lot of people look at, your military and your law enforcement and your things like that or whatever, and they always talk about protecting and serving and being brave and honorable and all these things. You would not think that they would have knowledge of something so detrimental, so horrific, or terrorizing, and be a part of such a thing. But the fact of the matter is, it is exactly like that. You have people in those positions, titles, or roles, okay, and they play their role. They're in the pockets of the powers that be. So some of them, they're indirectly involved. They know what's going on, but they turn a blind eye to it. And they gaslight or totally disregard anybody who may come their way and happen to speak on such a thing. And then you have those who are directly involved, and they are up close and personal and a part of these torturous type of things, such as human experimentation. Like, you don't have the right. It's bad enough that animals are experimented on for all your different tests and your trials and different things and what have you, okay? But when you are doing this against human beings, okay, spirits say cold-blooded killers here. This is my cold-blooded killer death card, and they're partners in crime here. That is the motive, okay, for human experimentation, okay? It's not to advance or evolve the world in any type of way. But if you notice, every drug they come up with, every invention they come up with, every new technology they come up with, everything that they all of a sudden come up with, when they decide that they want to share it with the people, they always present it as is something that is revolutionarily helpful for humanity. But it is not. It's masked as that, okay? So you'll be like, oh, okay. Well, they have created that, you know what I'm saying? Because, this will help with such and such type of research to find a cure for such and such, or this, that, and the other. And you have no idea that behind the scenes, they're using certain tactics. They're using certain tools. They're using certain operations to torture human beings, to experiment upon human beings, to target human beings, to place human beings under mind control. And it is so gross that by the time one realizes that something is wrong and such a thing is happening to them, they set people up to make it look like they are mentally ill and out their mind. And they sit in secret behind the scenes in their mansions and their Fortune 500 companies, feeling, all smug, feeling proud of themselves, looking down upon everyone else that they see as a peasant or a bottom feeder or a useless eater, and say, oh, look how crazy that person is. You know how many people have been put in mental institutions, have been doped up on drugs for expressing something that they were going through, how they feel, and what's happening in their life. And the only solution that they have, the first thing that these gang stalkers will tell you, they have the same script. Do you hear how you sound? You need to talk to somebody. And so you talk to somebody, and guess what? They can't tell you nothing. Their solution is to give you some Valium, give you some drug to put in your system to trick your mind into believing that this is not an issue for you, or this is something that you have, that you have some type of delusion. This is something you just fabricated up and made up just because you wanted to tell a lie on your government and the people in power. It makes no sense. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody would even think of doing that for no reason. But this is what is going on. Spirit is saying that the rabbit hole goes deep, okay? So there's a lot more things going on. This is why the rabbit hole goes deeper, okay? Because of the devil here. Devil is always in the details. When it comes to any sinister thing going on, the devil is always there, because these people are chained, they're latched to the devil, okay? The devil talks about temptations, it talks about toxicity, it talks about addictions, addictive patterns of behavior. These people have become addicted to manipulating and controlling the world, the human beings here, okay? This talks about bad habits. This talks about secret society sellouts. Okay, the satanic powers that be, the shadow government, elites, witches, warlocks, demons. Spirits say evil is as evil does. This is the reason why the rabbit hole goes deep. There's a whole lot of things that's going on that many people haven't a clue about. You all are brainwashed into believing that you are free. And I'm sorry, just because you can come and go, when you want to, you can screw who you want to, you can eat and drink when you want to, okay? Simple things doesn't make you free, okay? It doesn't make you free at all when you are surrounded by demons every day, by evil, wicked things every single day. That is detrimental to your health and your well-being. And it's not getting any better. It's getting worse, okay? And maybe you don't care, and you're too busy living your best life right now, okay? But what do you think your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren are going to have to endure once your ass is gone? See, some of you that's full grown right now, you could about calculate how much longer you live. So a lot of people who die in their 60s, most people don't make it past their 80s, and there's very few people who may have good health and different things like that who may make it to their 90s or 100s, okay? But most people die between their 60s and their 80s, okay? How old are you now? So those of you who feel like, oh, this is just whatever, it's not that big of a deal, you're not going to be here that much longer, whatever, you obviously don't give a damn about the future for your children and your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. You haven't any idea what they're going to have to endure. If they're already doing all of this, artificial intelligence is already taking the hell over. These are the things that they are going to be plagued with, that they're going to be faced with when your ass is no longer around. But this is what's going on, okay? And because of this rabbit hole, going so deep, being so deep with its many of devilish, demonic things that exist within this rabbit hole, there are towers that's happening all over the place. A tower is something that happens suddenly, all of a sudden, out the blue. This is tragic news, information, problems of any kinds, disruptions, deceptions, destructions, tragedies, chaos, okay? Murders, death, harm, destructions, illness, injuries, lies, deceptions, disruptions, and chaos, okay? This is what is going on. Spirit, clarify, hypocrites. Clarify, hypocrites. I see witness to gruesome murder. Spirit is saying that these persons who are in these secret societies and even those above them, they are witnesses to this gruesome murder, okay? They know that people's deaths are they're being trapped, killed off before their time due to foul play, homicide. They're being ambushed and set up because of the plots, the plans, and the schemes of those of them higher up. What else is going on, Spirit? What else is going on? Yeah. This is being done for money here. These individuals make a whole lot of money off a lot of these sinister things that goes on. right up under our nose every day, okay? This is time is money, so stop wasting it. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. We're talking about bribes. We're talking about money-hungry gold diggers. So many of these hypocrites, especially those of them who are indirectly involved, the ones of them who are sellouts, but they turn a blind eye to the satanic powers that be wickedness, they have taken a bribe. They have been paid off. Thus, they are still in the pockets of the powers that be. And those of them who are directly involved are being paid off even more. Spirit, clarify the higher ups pulling the strings of the puppets. Yeah, look, how bad do you want it? Good things come to those who wait. This says Illuminati wants your mind, soul, and your body. Okay? People aren't making good choices, okay? People are selling their soul just to get a crappy deal, okay? They're also, for some reason, for there to be very few of them, it's sure in the hell is a whole lot of damn people. Even those of them who are in power, who are scared as hell. They are scared to death of those of them in the shadows. Because they absolutely, positively will not go against what they stand for, what they are doing. How could someone control you that much? You would risk the lives of other beings to cover up the wickedness of the higher ups who are pulling the strings of all of you who are nothing but their puppets doing their dirty work. There is more to life than fame, than fortune, than recognition, than anything that they can offer you. And whatever they offer you, it is only material in nature. They can't offer you everlasting life. They can't offer your soul salvation. They can't offer you anything but materialistic shit. They only can offer you things that they have created. Okay, which all falls under material things. If you want a specific type of job, making a specific type of money, they could get you in there. If you want more money, you want a nice home, you don't want a nice car, you want to mingle with certain people, they can make those things happen. This all falls along the line of materialism. They cannot provide you anything more than anything material. Yet these higher ups who are pulling the strings of the puppets, they do so practically effortlessly. I mean, these people don't even come from the shadows. And have people doing their bidding. There's a lot of things that's hidden, a lot of things that's secret, a lot of criminal activity with the moon being here as well, which talks about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark, okay? It talks about a lot of low down, dirty things going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's backs. A lot of things is going on, causing dilemmas. There's witchery, rituals, secrets, wickedness, okay? A lot of hiding things, darkness. Even. Okay, guys? Very creepy things going on. Spirit, clarify blood sacrifice. Clarify blood sacrifice, please. Clarify blood sacrifice, please, Spirit. And it's like they're all in on this. It's almost like there's this quota. Look at this. 10 of Cups. They're killing off whole bloodlines, whole families. Okay? This is what they won't talk about, okay? But it has gotten to a point, there's a whole lot of gossip. There's a whole lot of rumors that's going around about this. There's a whole lot of judgments that's being made here, okay? They can no longer cover up the things that are happening. In the age of awakening, there's a whole lot of people who are awakening. Who are seeing things for exactly what they are. Okay, so in a minute, they're no longer going to be able to deny that these things exist. They're going to no longer be able to just ignore people's questions. Because these things are matter-of-factly happening. It's happening all over the world. So you have worldwide of the people, of human beings, all over the world who may not know each other from Adam, who could not possibly be telling the same lie. That means whatever genocidal plot, whatever satanic, masonic, demonic as ideals, it is spread worldwide amongst all the leaders, from nation to nation, land to land. This is what's going on. Look at this. Take the risk or lose the chance. They have decided to take the risk. This talks about life changes. This talks about them taking leaps of faith to do these things. They're taking risk. They're doing something new. They're moving forward. Okay? They want to forge a new world order. Usher in their antichrist. They call themselves doing so with caution, but this is being exposed every day. It can't be hidden. It can't be covered up anymore. The society is no longer secret. This is what's going on, guys. So I think it was clear and accurate messages. What other messages? What other messages do the collective need to know as it relates to this situation? This is all about money. Spirit is saying this is the truth. This is the clarity here. Okay? They have placed judgment. These secret societies, they know the truth. They know clarity. They know that judgment has been called upon the people. Okay? Human experimentation. They know the truth. I'm telling you, these human experimentations, these deaths, these massive deaths that are occurring on a daily basis is making these people a whole lot of money somehow. This is the reason why they're going through with all of this here. These human experimentations lead to death, which leads to money. Spirit, clarify the rabbit hole goes deep. This rabbit hole, look, this is another tower. The tower has come out again. Okay? The rabbit hole goes deep. Magician. Okay? So there's a lot of trickery, a lot of manipulation, a lot of manifesting. These individuals are using every tool that they readily have available to them to manipulate or manifest what they want. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and that's what the rabbit hole is. A lot of sinister things, a lot of demonic things, a lot of evil things, a lot of wicked things, a lot of nasty things, a lot of low down and dirty, filthy, awful things that most people cannot fathom. Spirit, clarify hypocrites. Hypocrites. Yeah. So these emperors in power, these are high society, wealthy men in power. Okay? Whose spirit are saying are hypocrites. They holding on to this secret knowledge and this secret information. Okay? They know that this is going on. And they're taking their money, bribes. Money and bribes is what's important to them. Their lifestyles. Spirit, clarify the higher ups pulling the strings of all the puppets. Yeah, look at that. The devil. 5 of Swords. Conflict here. I told you the devil is always in the details. The second time the devil has come out. The second time the tower has come out. These things are designed, are set up on purpose to cause mass destruction. They have everything that they do have enlisted mass mind control and mass destruction here. Okay. These individuals, they are chained to the devil. These higher ups are the devil itself that cause all of this conflict here. And they forcibly make others, for their positions, their titles, their roles, their little bit of power, their wealth, to go along with these things. Spirit clarifying. Blood sacrifice. 9 of Wands. They feel like sacrifice need to be made. Mass sacrifices need to be made here, okay? Yeah, these are hierophants. These are persons who are high up in power. Okay, these are your illuminated ones here, okay? These persons who sit up on high and call themselves gods here. They are the ones who have determined everyone else's fate here, okay? They feel like that they have the right. Now, never mind the fact that they did not create planet Earth or the world itself. They did not create human beings. Neither woman nor man. They did not create the animals. They did not create any natural resource here on this land. Yet for some reason, everything that they had nothing to do with creating themselves, they feel like they have the right to control. I don't understand that. Maybe somebody else do. This ain't got a damn thing to do with bloodlines. I don't care nothing about your bloodline. I don't care nothing about what sex you claim. This is not your land. Did you create, if you all did not create planet Earth or the world, if you are not the God that created human beings, if you didn't create the animals, the trees, the grass, the water, the mountains, every natural resource that we have here on earth, what gives one the right to think that you are supposed to run, rule, and control it? Why? Because you're a part of a certain bloodline? Why? Because you worship the devil as your God? Why? Because you are the wealthiest in the land after you have taken everyone else's wealth, inheritance, land, and heritage. Somehow that puts you in position to be hostile and defensive and declare war on humanity because you call yourself a hierophant, a high priest, or high priestess, because you're all seeing, you're all knowing. You're illuminated with the light of Lucifer. And this gives you the right to blood sacrifice, to kill off humanity. How is that okay? How is that okay? But I guess that's just something else that they will refuse to understand. See, they care not about the people that they hurt here, okay? This is the decision that they have gone to the crossroads and made to bring about the change that they want to see here in this world here. And there's no doubt in my mind that they would probably, nuke us all, save a few that they want to keep as their personal brainwashed, dumbed down slaves. Nuke all the rest of us if they could do so without being infiltrated by another country. I wholeheartedly believe that they would do such a thing. Okay? But they care not who they hurt. Because they've gone to the crossroads. They've made that deal with the devil. And this is the decision that they have decided to bring about the change. To bring, so for them to have the emotional fulfillment that they desire. See, they want to recreate humanity in their image. That's why they want the human beings, the people who are here on this land now, gone. See, they want a land, a home, where everything is created in their image, where they don't have to hide and they can be just as big and bad and evil as wicked as they want to be. And with everything around them recreated and rebranded in their image, it will be just as evil and just as wicked as they. thus then would probably minimize the problems, the other problems that we have here on earth. But we cannot forget that they are the ones who in fact create the problems. It's order out of chaos, problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem to get a reaction, and then they step forward and act like they have a solution. Oh, look to us. We have the answers. We can help you. We can assist you. Just bow down to us. Just worship us. Just sell out to us. See, you all can't make it. You all can't survive without us. But they're the ones who create the problems in the first place. Okay? With the whole conquer and divide theory here. Okay? It would be none of that if it wasn't for the agendas and the propagandas that they push. And even though they try to make us believe, oh, the world is evolving so much, we've never been more divided, okay? They create the divide. The people are still divided. Times have changed now, okay? But if you notice, see, a lot of people, they get so excited with new this and new that and new changes to this, that, and the other. But if you notice, nobody has ever stopped to think, nothing changes until they say so. Why is that? It should not be. The same race people not that long ago could not even drink out of the same water fountains or eat in the same restaurants. But now you can. So you assume, oh, it's a much wonderful, greater place. But is it? It wasn't that long ago. But see, you have to understand that the only reason why segregation existed in the past is because they are the one who implemented that rule, regulation, and bylaw. Guess what? That rule, regulation, and bylaw did not disappear until they said so. Slavery, segregation, all those things did not disappear unless they said so. Homosexuality was never okay until they said so. Yeah, sure, in this day and time, whether they said it was okay or past gay marriage or not, you were still free to love who you want to love and be who you want to be with. Okay? But guess what? You wasn't free to marry who you wanted to marry until they said so. Everything is up to them, what they say so. It should not be that way if you really have free will. Do you know not that long ago that people were put in mental institutions? They were literally put in asylums. They were institutionalized for being gay. Do you know how many people were thrown in mental institution, were called crazy, was doped up? And there unto their death for nothing more than liking the same sex. Guess what? When that was going on, your same government, yeah, different people were in power then, but those ones that come from the special bloodlines, that's who they're the descendants of. They didn't do nothing but trickle down and stay in power. The faces are different now. They still all family with the same beliefs. And the only reason why they come along and change anything is to please and appease the people, yet while pushing everything evil and wicked and demonic onto you, so you will fall in line, so you will fall in order with their rule, regulation, and bylaw. Their table feeding you. You know how you do a little baby, you have them in the high chair, little toddler, and you're feeding them their little gerbil food, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, whatever we allow you to have, just a little bit. That's what they give you. And you all are so excited about it. You're so happy about it. You could not vote until they said so. And you're excited about it. Do you know how many people were, particularly African American people, were hanged, were imprisoned for being in interracial relationships? Just for having sex with the opposite person. Have you ever known anybody to receive any compensation for any of their family who ever went to prison or was killed in cold blood just for liking somebody of a different race? Guess what? That law existed back then by the same damn government who now says it's okay for your ass to be in interracial relationship. You mean to tell me interracial relationships wasn't okay till they said so? Homosexuality wasn't okay until they said so. But do you know how many people had to suffer and had to die? But you know one thing? They changed up. All the way back in the witches of Salem. See, all you bitches that's around here doing your black magic and your voodoo and your hoodoo and your hexes and your curses and your spells and your evil eyes and your Santerias and your sex magic and your love spells and your death spells and your graveyard rituals and all the other sick, twisted shit. All of you bitches would have been burnt at the damn stake. You would have been hung, or your head would have been chopped off back in the damn day. But today, Satanism is accepted. So witches all over the world are praised and worshipped. Why? Because that's the agenda that they are pushing now. Devil worship and Satanism on everyone. It's what it is. Nobody thinks about this. Just think about all of your supposed rights. Did you always have those rights? Or did you not have those rights until your supposed leaders in power decided that it was okay for you to have those rights? That's the problem. And that's the reason why they think they own us. You can't even, it's bad enough that you have to work hard and save your money to own anything. A car, a truck, a motorcycle, a boat, a house, anything. You pay your government yearly for the rest of your life for anything that you stake claim to, ownership to. Why are we paying them to live in the only place we have ever known that we can live and breathe and survive? Literally the only place, planet Earth. Yet we have to pay them just to own anything. Forget the fact that you already paid for it in full. And all the hard work that took and all the saving that took. Now you and then you have to pay taxes on that. And then you have to pay taxes on taxes. And then you have to pay your government every year for that same said thing. That it took you so much to even own in the first place. How does that make sense? But whatever they say is whatever you all go along with. Like it's righteous word. Many of you have more faith in the government than you do in God. Many of you will outright, completely and utterly deny that a creator exists. Yet you're so in love with demonic figures, entities and deities, persons, places, and things. It's amazing. But with all the freedoms you think you have, they can come along and strip those freedoms away from you any day. Why? For no other reason than because they said so. And what reason is there to get mad? After all, it's what you've always agreed to. It's what you always have went along with, of being bullied and pushed around. So that's exactly what's going on here. This is why they tell you, oh, we don't torture American citizens. And blatantly lie to your face. This is the reason why they say, oh, we don't do any type of human experimentations. Blatantly lie to your face. But they do these things anyway. They tell you you have the right to freedom of speech, and then they strip that freedom of speech away from you. Come to find out, freedom of speech is okay as long as they agree with anything that you are saying, or they approve anything that you are saying. The moment you question their authority is when they have a problem with what you are saying. Aren't you tired of being bullied your entire life? You have literally been told what to do. From your parents to your grandparents to any other elders in your family. Then you was pushed around and bullied and told what you could and couldn't do at school. And those of you who were drugged to the churches, you was pushed around and bullied in the churches and told you what you could and couldn't do because you're going to die and go to hell and burn in eternal flames. After all, every damn thing is a sin. Do you understand that? And it's not enough. Many of you live by the same rules and regulations and bylaws in your relationships that you're in. You got to be who somebody else wants you to be when you're in a relationship with somebody. And I be damned, you have to be who the government wants you to be for everything to be okay with them. Like when is it enough? When you're no longer alive? Nobody stops and thinks about these things. I do. And see, what happens is they take few things that seem like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense that we got this, in place, and this might save, the neighborhoods and different things. This right here might help out the children, and this right here, they implement little small things, specks of things here and there, sprinkled around to make you think that they're doing a good thing. But in between all those teeny tiny, itsy bitsy little good things that you are focused on, there's a whole bunch of huge, big ass, evil, wicked shit that is going on, okay? And they push those things in while you are not even paying attention. They do it all the time. When the situation happened, and a lot of people that look, first of all, think about this. When they completely shut down everything, you were told you had a curfew. You were told what you could and couldn't do, where you could and couldn't go. Why? For no other reason, because the hell they said so. And so many of you were wrapped up with the fact, oh my gosh, your job was closed down, and kids was at home, you're at home every day, and all this other kind of stuff because the shutdown is going on because the government says so. A lot of you all were focused on, during those times, a lot of people are really focused on the government and what they're saying or whatever. And a lot of you, was dealing with hardships and different things or whatever. You were waiting hand and foot on those stimulus checks. Every time something came up about a stimulus check, it's what the people were focused on. And guess what? They was in the Senate, they was down in the House of Representatives passing all kinds of shit right up under your damn nose that didn't make no damn sense and have not a damn thing to do with any damn thing that was going on. Like HR 6666. The track and trace bill. Why in the hell do you need to track and trace? This is just another bill that was passed right up under the people's damn nose to invade and violate your damn privacy. You can't track and trace infectious damn disease before the hell they get here, but you want to track and trace people. You can't track and trace a damn a terrorist before they come here and pop something off. But you want to track and trace all the American people. You see what I'm saying? So in the between all the little specks of good things that you think, oh, okay, this rule or regulation or bylaw is halfway decent and good for this, that, and the other. We kind of had a little change and a little difference in the world, and people are coming together and whatever the hell you want to make up. There's a whole lot of shit. This rabbit hole is real freaking big with a whole lot of evil, wicked, damn shit that many of you don't know anything about. Others of you that knows just a little bit about it probably can't do any damn thing about it. So you tend not to even worry about it. When is enough really enough? When are people going to say, you know what? No, this is not okay. You humanly experimenting on American people has nothing to do with keeping humanity safe. It has nothing to do with you know what I'm saying, national security or no, nothing like that. This is what's going on here, y'all. Okay, so I thank y'all for listening and for watching. If you'll be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly appreciated. There's so much more that I can say on this topic. Look at this. Shadow government. A lot of people are being killed off for their organs as well, guys. Okay? These big banksters are involved in this. We have the United Kingdom here. Who also have involvement in this, okay? Yeah, many of you are suffering in silence. Spirits say beware of the snakes, okay? These persons who are involved in this, they are the devil in disguise, Spirit is saying here, okay? Got wickedness in high places, Beast System 666. They have death camps, ready, set, go, waiting. Okay? Abuse of power and authority, illegal government experimentation. Okay? This is what's going on here, y'all. This is what is going on. And these people that go along with this, these people who are in leadership positions who go along with this, they sold their soul and they know it wasn't worth it all. But what I don't understand is these are regular people. They have kids, they have lovers, they have family and different things too. I don't understand how they can go to work every day and put on a brave face knowing these wicked evil things are going on, and they too have families at home who are regular human damn beings who would be affected by any of this shit. Should they decide to affect your community or your family or your loved one? You understand what I'm saying? I just don't understand that. I say FBI here. Even the FBI is aware of this. Military officials are aware of this, okay? And there's a whole lot of other shit that's going on, like drug trafficking and human trafficking. Spirit said this is evildoers in disguise here. They are plotting and planning for invasion and war, okay? What y'all don't understand is the deals and shit that have been set up. They are going to allow an overseas attack soon. It's all a part of the plan. It's all a part of their blueprint design. Okay? It's all a part of the setup. Satanic sellout. Yeah, see, these are staged events, Spirit is saying. Staged events. Spirit is saying you all need to think for yourselves, okay? Listen to your own intuition. You can come on and you can listen to anybody online about anything that they have to talk about. When I speak to you all about things, I do so in an effort to help, to heal, to awaken someone who maybe never heard of such a thing or just really wasn't aware of such a thing, okay? But it's not even solely for you to take my every word for it. Do your own research. Read some things. Look up some things. Connect some dots. And you'll sit back and be like, you know what? She damn sure right. Like, it, it is like this. Like, I have no reason to make this up. I'm not somebody who naturally hates anybody. I don't have a problem with authority. I don't have problem with you with there's certain order and some things need to be done in an orderly fashion, okay? Just day-to-day things and different things like I was talking to you all about here, okay? But this is something bigger than that. Greed is tied into this. Wickedness is tied into this, okay? Downright evil is tied into this. These persons who are, I'm talking about those who are higher up, man. They have no care, no sympathy, no empathy, no remorse for the loss of any life. It's like a million different ways to kill off the people on a daily freaking basis. For some of you all, it may be the air that you breathe in. It may be the water that you drink. It may be the food that you eat. Contamination in this or that or the other. For others of you, you're going to be directly targeted. In some psyop, in some staged event, and murdered in cold damn blood, okay? They are creating shit in labs and releasing them into the public on purpose to kill us. A lot of negative energy, okay? Abuse, bullying, antimatter, darkness, okay? Left out in the cold. These people want to leave us out in the cold. If there's a destruction of humanity, there is no hope for the future. And like I said, many of you may not care. That many of you listening to this may be up in age. You may be in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s or your 60s, or you may even have older people who listen to different little things like this or what have you. But I mean, the children are supposed to be the future, okay? And people are carelessly and recklessly getting pregnant every day, bringing new life into this world every day. And I feel like that is cruel and unusual punishment. I don't understand how people can know just how awful this world can be and is, and continue to carelessly and recklessly bring more and more lives into this world that you are not going to be here to see after once you are gone from here. Blackout here. There's going to be a major blackout soon. I feel like this is something this might be across the entirety of the United States, but I really feel like it's going to be worldwide. Yeah, when it happens, when some type of blackout happens, it's going to happen like at midnight. It's like going to happen like in the middle of the night. You know that saying, like a thief in the night? This is going to happen, like, it's going to be tragedy is going to strike, like, the middle of the night. Like, it's going to be a complete blackout. And the thing about it is, like, I feel like it's going to be like that for a while. I've been getting that energy for quite some time. I've been knowing that for quite some time when they decide to do it. Because you have to understand, okay? These people have access to the grid, to everything, okay? And this day and time, they're like running way more things than they should be off of electricity, okay? A blackout, a major, massive blackout is bound to happen here, okay? But there's going to be a lot of things that goes on in the darkness of the night when that blackout happens, okay? And it's going to last for quite some time, because of the criminal things that's going on behind the scenes as well as underground. We have slavery and genocide here. Okay, guys, I'm not going to make this too much longer, okay, but this is what is going on. It's very interesting that this topic came up. I really did not even plan to do a reading about this. This was just kind of the energy that came out because I literally just finished a poetic expression moment where I was kind of going into, I actually didn't go in depth to, like, what came out here. I kind of touched on the subject of human experimentation in that poetic expression moment that I did here, okay? But this kind of just went into some other things, guys, okay? But, I mean, this is need to know information, And I get it, if you're living and you're breathing and, people want to have fun in their life and they want to do what makes them happy and fulfill them. And I get that. And it's all fine and well, but, it's a little naive just to play pretend and ignore the fact that we are surrounded by danger on a daily basis. Okay, guys? So, like, that's really the point. It's about the people being awake. It's about the people being aware. I mean, because a lot of these things are have so many people involved. It's so vicious, at the end of the day, when thinking about these things, it's like, what could the people actually do to stop any of this? That's why the reason why it doesn't make any sense for these people in power. They're so big, they're so bad, they're so bold, but they tell so many lies. I mean, like, if you've got that much power, you're so big and bad, and you love flexing your muscles, why not tell the people the truth? Okay? At the end of the day, how much of it can the people actually do something about? Okay? But that does not mean that people don't need to be aware of what's happening instead of living life blind to what's going on around them. Okay? Because that alone would give people the boost that they need, put that fire up under their ass the way they need to straighten up and do right in their life, for their families, for their children and their grandchildren and everything. You ever notice how when there's something really traumatic going on, something really dangerous, or when a person may feel like they're in a lot of trouble, that's when they want to straighten up and get right or something like that, or what have you. This is the reason people need to be aware of everything that is happening in this world here, okay? Because it would enable people to live healthier lives, to live better lives, okay? A lot of people are real lax and real careless and reckless with their way of life, because, people feel like, oh, I'm free, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do, how I want to, and I got all these years to live. And people, you have a lot of people who opt out, who opt into living in sin now and be like, you know what, I just repent later. I can just wait till I'm near death or something and repent then, and everything will be cool. But we gonna turn up and we gonna live how we want to live right now. We on demon time. Whatever dumb shit they come up with these days or what have you. But just think about it. Just think about it. And I know that the powers that be may hear this and be like, bullshit. They don't give a damn about it. But regular everyday people who are listening to this, it actually makes a lot of sense. You'll have few people wasting their lives on ignorance, on stupidity, on, and carelessness and recklessness and criminal activities and behavior if they knew just how much danger their life is actually in every day anyway. Okay? You probably would have a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because people would be, it's just like that person who finds out that they have a terminal illness one day. And the doctor tells them, oh, you've got a month to live. That person is going to make every day of that next month count. And they're going to live life like, in the right way, like they haven't done before. You understand what I'm saying? And who is that? Which one was that? One of the Bushes. He used to love saying that how amazing it would be that, it would, a great tragedy could bring us all together as one. But this was all a part of his Forge a New World Order speech and shit. But in that little piece of his speech, it actually made sense. And you see it all the time. It's not until a great tragedy happens that people come together. 9/11 had to happen for people to care about one another, no matter what your race was. A lot of people were hurt in 9/11. And no matter if you were old, if you were young, if you were smart, if you were educated, if you were rich, if you were poor, a lot of people of all different walks of life got hurt in 9/11. And it brought a whole bunch of people together, no matter what your race was. So in that little bit of his speech, I don't agree with the rest of the speech, but in that little bit of the speech, it made sense. And this is it. I mean, these people tell you the truth in plain sight. They just don't blatantly come out and it's like, yeah, we doing this, and this, and this is going to affect you like such and such, and this is going to happen, and we're going to set this up, and that. They don't do it like that. But they do subliminally tell you the truth. A lot of you can't decipher what they're talking about in their subliminal which language when they're speaking. You know what I'm saying? When these people in power stand behind their podiums and before the people, it's really interesting because it's really quiet and everybody is listening, but nobody is actually hearing what is being said. Understanding, hearing something and understanding something and comprehending something is totally different things, okay? And there's a lot of things that has double meanings and different things or what have you, but that is what is occurring, okay? Tragedy after tragedy after tragedy in this world, and yet people, they have brainwashed and dumbed down the people so much so now that even when horrific, awful things happen, you still party and kick it and live carelessly and recklessly. And I mean, like, literally, do you know how many people have lost family to, say, gang violence? Okay? And they might get mad, and if other family members is a gang, they go out and retaliate against the other gang or whatever. But none of them, because life go on and they're living how they want to and doing what they want to, do they ever stop to think about not doing this at all? Okay, and that's still a dangerous way of life, and people can lose their life. You understand what I'm saying? But not one time do those people decide to say, you know what, we just need to stop living like that. We need to stop doing this. We can save more of our lives by not doing this. You understand what I'm saying? If people knew that their life was at risk every single day, if you knew that you were breathing in poisonous toxic fumes every day, you might take better care of your lungs. If you knew that the waters that you were drinking or bathing with or cooking with was contaminated and your health and well-being was at risk, then perhaps you would take better precautions on the water supply that you use and how you use it, as well as being more conservative with the amount of water that you use. Okay? So it's a lot of things that would change a lot of people's minds depending on, and it's interesting because the same things can be going on, but it's about the information. It's about the information. The same way people reacted when the pan happened. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And everything was shut down. Okay? You seen, some of the most, people was pissed off. You can't tell us where we can and can't go, what we can and can't do. They was mad. They was upset. But it literally took something like that for people, to write. And it just shouldn't be. Y'all just don't understand just how severe this thing is, guys, okay? But this video has gone on long enough. I've actually got some other work to do. It's already really late or what have you. So I thank y'all for listening and for watching. If you'll be so kind, so please like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. For those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so at tip.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is shine bright like a diamond 36 with the underscore between each word. For any persons interested in donating to the channel, it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I do thank you in advance. You can do so through Cash App, which is $tip-diamond36, or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, just take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep, watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.